Hello and welcome to Master Auto Reviews. Although only starting being produced in 2020, aside for the very small numbers rolling out the production line in 2019, Tesla managed to sell 46,773 units of the Model Y in just the first 9 months of the year. At the same time, the VW Group is more serious than ever when it comes to electric mobility, and the recently announced ID.4 plays a key role in the strategy to win the global market. Although sitting longer, wider and taller, it shares roughly 70% of the parts with the Model 3. The Model Y takes on the shape of an SUV in order to offer buyers a more sensible option than the much more expensive Model X. It is expected that the Model Y will become Tesla's best-selling product. The VW ID.4 is the first EV based on the MEB platform to be sold globally. It shares the platform with the ID.3 and Skoda Enyaq, which were launched in 2020. The VW Group has big plans for this platform and will use it as a basis for most of their brands: VW, Audi, Skoda and Seat. That being said, I have prepared a short and simple video comparison between these two SUVs set to win the heart and minds of car buyers across the world. Now, without further ado, let's jump to the Model Y standard range and the ID.4 first edition comparison. Weight and size. The Model Y is definitely a bigger vehicle than the ID.4, sitting 17 cm longer, 6.9 cm wider and 1.2 cm taller. The same story when it comes to wheelbase. The Model Y has a 12.4 cm longer wheelbase. When it comes to trunk volume, the ID.4 is the winner with its 543 liters of trunk space compared to the estimated 500 liters of the Model Y. I say estimated because Tesla decided not to publish the trunk volume with the rear seats raised. They only published the cargo volume with the seats down and included the front in this calculation as well, which is kind of strange. The ID.4 has significantly higher ground clearance, 4.3 centimeters to be exact. Although bigger, the Model Y standard range is 346 kilograms lighter than the ID.4. This can't just be because of the smaller battery of the Model Y. What do you think? Why is the Model Y lighter than the smaller ID.4? You can leave your answers down in the comment section below. Unfortunately, the battery pack weight data is not available for the Model Y, while the ID.4 battery pack weighs 493 kilograms. Battery and charging. The net battery capacity of the ID.4 is 77 kWh, while the estimated net battery capacity of the Model Y standard range ranges between 50 and 60 kWh. The ID.4 has a 5 kWh battery buffer, adding up to 82 kWh gross battery capacity. Since the net battery capacity of the Model Y standard range is unknown, there is no sense in estimating the gross battery capacity. Both vehicles use a 400-volt powertrain. The Model Y can charge with a maximum of 7.4 kWh on a 230-volt AC outlet, or with a maximum of 22 kWh on a 400-volt AC outlet. The VW ID.4 charges with the same power as the Model Y when connected to a 230-volt outlet, while only being able to draw a maximum of 11 kW when connected to a 400-volt power source. When it comes to DC charging power, the Model Y is a clear winner. It can draw up to 250 kilowatts, which is double the amount the VW ID.4 can do. Both SUVs use a CCS type connector for fast charging and a Type 2 connector for AC charging. That high maximum charging current of the Model Y allows it to gain an estimated 540 kilometers of range in only 30 minutes, while the ID.4 can only add 320 kilometers to its range. Performance and efficiency. The single-motor, rear-wheel drive ID.4 delivers 170 kilowatts or 204 horsepower. Unfortunately, Tesla did not release the official power rating of the single-motor, rear-wheel drive standard range Model Y. The same story when it comes to torque. No data about the Model Y standard range, while the ID.4 can provide a maximum of 310 Nm. With a maximum speed of 217 km per hour or 135 miles per hour, the Model Y stands out when compared to the ID.4's 160 km per hour. It is here where we can really grasp the degree of confidence Tesla has in their thermal management system. In order to accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour, the ID.4 needs 8.5 seconds, while the Model Y only needs 5.3 seconds. With a drag coefficient of 0.28, the ID.4 does a good job cutting through the air at high speeds, but the Model Y is in a complete different league with 0.23. The EPA range you can squeeze out of both SUVs is pretty close. 393 km for the Model Y and 404 km for the ID.4. Now bear in mind, the Model Y uses a smaller battery, produces more power judging from the acceleration and the top speed data, and still manages to almost match the range of the ID.4. Efficiency-wise, the Model Y leads with 17.5 kWh per 100 km or 28 kWh per 100 miles, while the ID.4 can do 21.7 kWh per 100 km or 35 kWh per 100 miles. With this I am concluding the comparison. But wait, what do you think? Will the ID.4 outsell the Model Y around the globe? Or will it be able to compete with the Model Y in the US? Let me know what you think in the comment section below.